And today people say the weirdest things are the mark of the beast. There are people who are attacking me and my friends, my pastor friends who went to live stream only services because of the coronavirus, and they're attacking us, and here's what they're saying. They're saying, churches going live stream only is the falling away. Like we are taking part in the Antichrist agenda. They're saying, you went live stream only, that's the great falling away. The fact that churches went live stream only, it's like, have you read the Bible? The Bible's super clear what the falling away is. The falling away is an explosion of reprobates. And if you get up and say, going live stream only is a falling away, you're just proving the fact that you don't know what you're talking about. That you don't understand what the Bible is talking about. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and get something off my chest. Because today, I'm getting attacked and my friends are getting attacked. And honestly, I really couldn't care less about getting attacked. But it bothers me when I see my friends getting attacked and having to fight these battles. And you have pastors today that are taking this opportunity, this coronavirus thing, because they're preaching is so lame and boring that nobody wants to listen to them. Instead of getting better at preaching so that they can actually have people want to listen to them, they're taking this opportunity to say, let me try to attack these other pastors, because maybe if I can bring them down a little bit, I can, lift up my influence or lift up my popularity. And you've got these pastors today who are making all these videos trying to attack us because we went to live stream only. Let me explain something to you, how hypocritical these videos are and how deceptive they are. In the state of Texas and in the state of Florida, the governors there never forced the churches to lock down. So you have these pastors in Florida and Texas, and I'm not talking about Pastor Shelley, okay? I love Pastor Shelley, he's a good guy. But you got these pastors in these states, and they're making these videos. It's embarrassing. They're giddy like a schoolgirl. They're all giddy, and they're making these videos about how we never shut down our churches. We are strong. They're liberals. They're part of the falling away because they went to live stream only, and we're so big, and we're so tough. Look at us. We never shut down our churches. Hey, hypocrite, you were never asked to shut down your church. How are you taking a strong stand? How are you taking a strong stand? Look at us. We never shut down. You were never asked to shut down. It's hypocritical for you to make videos saying, we're more spiritual. We're more of a stronger leader. We're not afraid of the government. The government never asked you to shut down. You're like, and then they equate themselves to Daniel. We're like Daniel was told not to pray, and then he got thrown into the lion's den. How are you like Daniel? I missed the part of the story in the story of Daniel where an exception was made for Daniel by the governor, where the governor said, Daniel, except for you. Okay, here's the thing. Daniel actually was thrown into a lion's den. You live in a state in Florida and Texas where you never were even asked to shut down. So don't sit there and act like you're taking some strong stand and you're some great spiritual leader and look at me, we never compromise. You were never asked to compromise. Let me explain something to you. There's three camps. There's basically three things that pastors have done across this country and even in the new IFB movement. The first camp is the camp that I find myself in and my friends find ourselves in. When the churches were asked to lock down or whatever, we basically said, I don't care about this. This is not the battle I want to fight. This is not the hill I want to die on. This is no big deal, whatever. Let's just comply and let's try to, get through this and we'll get back to normal soon. Then there's another camp. Here's what they said. They basically said, we're going to comply too, but we're just going to complain about it the whole time. We're going to comply too, but we're just going to, talk about the founding fathers and talk about the Constitution and talk about how I'm not happy. It's like, look, you shut down too. How are you taking a stronger stand? The only difference between me and you is you complained about it the whole time. And then there's the third group. This is the worst group. They were never even asked to shut down. They were never even asked to close the doors. And then they're making these videos about how, we never shut down. And we kept the church going. And we should be the leaders of the new IFB or whatever that means. You were never asked to shut down. You're a hypocrite. You're a liar. You're trying to act like you took a strong stand. You didn't take a strong stand. Your governor didn't force you to shut down. So look, in these three categories, who's actually fought the government in any of these categories? Nobody has. Because the guys who are acting like they did live in states where, and here's what they'll say. If they would have asked us to shut down, we would have. Because that's how the story of Daniel goes, right? Where Daniel was actually given an exception to pray, but he stands up and makes a YouTube video, and he's all giddy like a schoolgirl, where he's talking about, but if they would have told me I couldn't pray, I would have. Look, just shut up. Why don't you actually preach hard sermons and actually fight some real battles and not have to try to come up with some fake battles and try to, bring people down to try to help your YouTube subscribers? Maybe nobody wants to listen to you because your preaching sucks. Maybe nobody wants to listen to you because you're boring. Maybe what you should do is actually study the Bible, actually preach good sermons, and then maybe people will want to listen to you. Instead of just trying to criticize people who are just trying to, preach good sermons and make good documentaries and make good content, and they're just winning in life and they're trying to reach people, maybe you shouldn't be such a terrible preacher, and then people actually, instead of trying to just grow your influence by knocking people down. And then you got these guys, right? People are sending me clips. Oh, this guy's preaching to you about you. And it's like some guy I've never even heard of. Just some guy in some other country that are preaching about it, and then they're getting up and they're like, well, our church didn't have to shut down because we have, some small church. And I'm not against small churches. Verity Baptist Church was small at one time. They've got some small church and they're like, yeah, but if I did have 51 people, I wouldn't then shut up. If you're not actually at risk, if you're not actually fighting anything, look, we've got like 15 people here tonight. We've had like 15 or 20 people every time I preach. You got some little church and you never had to shut down because nobody even noticed that you were still open. I'm not mad at you. Just don't make a video trying to act like you're big or you're tough or you're whatever, telling that we're part of the falling away. You don't even know what you're talking about. The falling away, the Bible is clear, is a time where God sends a strong delusion that they should not believe. Why don't you study the Bible, preach some sermons people actually want to listen to, and then you don't have to try to criticize people to grow your influence. So there, I got it off my chest. Let's move on.